Hi there, welcome back. I'm Penny at Salt and Wool Studio, and today I'm doing tutorial 17. We're going to be hooking a big surf C, and this is part 2. So let's get started. So the 3 colors I'm going to use today, actually 4, are going to be the bleached white, peacock, and my hand-dyed blue, that's like a baby blue color, and this turquoise Briggs & Little. And we're going to start with that, and I may add some colors. I have lots of blues to choose from, and I'll decide as I'm going. These are the type of waves you just can't say I'm going to do this, this, and that. You do not know really until you're hooking it in that moment, and then it's going to be like, oh, that needs to be darker, and then you may need to add another darker shade. So anyway, let's get started. So I've just drawn in where I want my second set of waves to go, and I'm going to go across here like that. And so this is a very irregular wave. So I'm going to thicken it up right here and probably right here. Let's go a bit more right here. Heavier line. And my next wave is going to kind of come this way. There we go. That looks nice. That looks good to me. So now this second wave, I'm just hooking the crest of this wave now, but my colors underneath the crest of the wave, I am going to try and push this and make it a little darker for this wave. I don't want it to look the same as this big one here in the front, because it's not. It's further off from land, and so further away from land would be darker color, versus this one here is more opaque, and you would, if in real life, you'd be able to almost see the sand and the bottom close to shore because it's more lighter and clearer. So this is why we use a lighter color. Waves are something too, I should mention, that with time and practice, the more you hook them, like anything, I guess, the better you become at them. Trees are the same way. The more you hook trees, the better you'll become at them. Trees are very hard to come naturally to hook them like a tree would be. And a wave is much the same idea. Like, in order to get those really big flowing textured waves with all that depth in it, it's not something that comes naturally to someone. So you need to like, really, you got to practice on them. So these tutorials and all of my patterns, I've got I believe a lot of them have ocean in them. So they're good practice tools for when you're doing oceans. So yeah. So I'm just thickening up the crest of my wave there in a few places, like this. It can't all be alike. And I'm going to hook a little small one down here. Here we go. Perfect. Now, the next color I'm going to use is this dark turquoise. So this blue is quite a bit stronger and bolder than the blue in the front, the turquoise in the front. And it is a Briggs & Little. It's just a different dye lot number, I guess. And because of that, it's a different blue. I love seeing how different like dye lots sometimes can be. And it just teaches you to make sure whenever project you're doing, you've got enough wool for it, because chances are you're not getting the same color if you buy it again. So I'm just filling in this one here like so. I love this color. I love it. So pretty and vibrant. And I love all these colors, really. Like, I think I'm a blue person. It's something about blue, maybe. I don't know. It's just pretty. And I love pinks too, certainly. So I don't know. I'm undecisive, I guess, what my favorite color is, because I do love blues. I love those turquoisey blues. That's probably one of my favorites. And so are the pinks. There we go. It's nice and dark. That wave is right there. Wow. I'm just thinking now, maybe a little bit more right here. Okay, I really like that wave, and I think that's as far as I'm going to push that. So I'm going to grab up my turquoise now, and this was my middle color in this big wave right here. So I'm going to fill this area now with this turquoise color. It's a really pretty color, and I don't have a lot of space there to play around with how I want these waves to be. So I think the smartest thing for me to do right now is to try using this turquoise in here, and let's see if that gives it enough of the depth that I want for this wave. Let's see, because it is quite pretty. Okay, so there we go. I built up that wave. Now, the next ones I'm going to be doing behind it will be a little smaller and more darker, because I'm getting closer to the shoreline here now. So over here, I'm just going to build out some small waves from the side of this one. And we're going to just follow this wave that we've started here first. Oops, wrong way. Let's do up this way more. go. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to thicken it up right here on the end. There. Here we go. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just bulking up this wave with this dark color a little. Oops. There we go. That looks good. I'm going to put another little bit of a wave right here underneath it. There we go. I like that there. So now I'm going to grab my turquoise. Now I'm going to fill that in with the turquoise again. So now I'm just filling in where I think the white surf waves would be, where the white parts would be on the wave, the crest. Some of my crests are not going to be white. They are going to be that light blue, baby blue color. It really depends on the wave and what I'm wanting to create. So let's just get a little bit more in here, and then I'll start filling in with the colors that I want in my waves. I'm going to carry this one up here. Go. I think I like that. So this is a bleached white, but you know, this bleached white is not a pure white. It is a little off-white, actually, when I look at it compared to my other white. So I'm going to have to see if I can get another white there that's more pure white. I have 3 more here to choose from. The 3 of these look the same. 522 is the dye lot of all of those. Shoot. Oh, here we go. So this is a different dye lot. This white is more white than that. Okay, so I'm going to have to use that. So even the bleached white dye lot is not the same color as the white that I had. So I have to pull out some of this. I don't like that. It's off-white and it's throwing me right off. I don't like it, so I'm pulling it all out again. And I'm going to get rid of this off-white color. Yeah, it's not nice at all. So there we go, done. Now back to the drawing board. So I'm going to hook this in again now. There we go. It's one. I'm going to run this wave across here like this. Here we go. Out here, I'm going to hook a wave upward, then come downward. No, actually, I don't want it like that. I want it up closer to the point. Let's go here. Go right into that point. Okay. Then I'm going to come down this way. Oh, let's get some more of this out. So I'm just pulling off some more white from this skein. And let's get that in here next. So I'm putting in this white in here, but there will not be much more white left to go into this rug in the ocean. I'm not doing them all out through with the white, just in amongst what's in on the shore here. So I'm just going to be selective and do a few little pops here and there in amongst this shoreline over here. Run off of that. Here we go, and I got to put one down here where the ladder is too. Oops, my wool has gone funny there. Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to show you now. I've just extended my crescent on my the wave that's going along here, and then I've added some white up on the point and along the shoreline and by that ladder in this pattern. So do you see that? So I've just added a little bit here and there. So the next thing now I'm going to do is add in some of that deep blue. So I'm going to use this one first. And I'm just going to put a little bit up here along amongst the shoreline. So now I'm just putting in some of this dark blue in amongst here. And I'm just going to finish that up, and then we're going to move on to our light blue colors. Here we go. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit more so you can get a good picture of what's going on here. So I have all my dark blue turquoise put in now, and our peacock color. And I'm going to use that bright peacock that I had started out with. So remember, these were the same dye lot, these 3 peacock colors, but they're 3 different colors, obviously, very different. So I'm going to go back to this one now, and I'm going to use some of this, and I'm going to fill in some of my waves here a little more and make them more prominent. So I'm just layering now the colors. Okay, so you see I've put in some turquoise, and I've filled in a little more. I've extended this white, the crest on the wave. So you can see where we did our first wave in the first tutorial. Now, I'm just going to cover that up, and you're just going to notice something. So see how I just did one erratic shaped wave across in the middle of that channel from there. And then I just added a little bit of white to replicate like the surf against the shore in the back of this little channel here. So you don't overcomplicate it by adding a bunch of small waves and then just hooking a dark next to it and then a turquoise or whatever. You need to be very sporadic in your hooking. And what I mean by that is, like you can see right here, I had the dark, but over here I did not. And then I went back into dark right here on this side. Like, nothing is to be hooked the same as anywhere else. So it's all different. Like, there's no 2 waves are alike. As in real life, no 2 waves are alike. When you have a really choppy sea, like we do right here, it needs to be different. So you hook it, you hook every wave differently. And so that's what I've done with this section. Now my next tutorial, we're going to be moving over into our big sea up here in the back. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to transition this big choppy waves into here. And yeah, so that'll be it. That'll be another fun thing to show you and learn. And that's all for this tutorial. So thank you again so much for watching. And please like, share, tell your raw cooking friends about me and help me grow my page. I truly appreciate all of the support. And I wish you and your family a very happy Easter. And may all good things come to you. Okay, that's it. And bye for now. And I will see you on the next one.